Okay, I can't. I'm obsessed over what I heard yesterday with Higgs. When you have a crisis like this, Corona, heroes come out of crisis. Blaine Higgs was doing very good. As a matter of fact, in many videos I said, I wonder who wrote his speech. Who's writing his speech? He's using the right word. You know, is he going to go and visit his mother during the long weekend? What did he say again? What do you think? Or absolutely not. You know, those are good lines, good one-liners. It reminds me of George Bush, you know, I'm the decider, but it's not the same intelligent. Anyway, but Higgs, also during crisis, the true personality comes out. And Higgs, Blaine Higgs' true personality, which I will ask him when I get to Fredericton, is coming out against the less fortunate and people with mental illness. And the Liberals went, Guy Arsenault said he agrees with this 100%. And what am I talking about? They're going to jack up the fines from, what was it, $292 to $700, maybe $1,000 to anyone that don't publicly distance themselves. Publicly, what's it called again? Yeah, publicly distancing themselves, social distancing, whatever you want to call it, socially distancing themselves from others. And if they don't do it, they'll get a fine. Now, we know once you get a fine, the less fortunate and people with mental illness or even the working poor can't afford to pay a $1,000 fine. So, what's going to happen? They're going to haul them in court. The prosecutor is going to say, Your Honor, this must not be... See, this is how they do it. Mr. LeBlanc, or well, use me as an example. Do you understand what you're pleading guilty to? Yes. Do you truly understand? Second time. Third time. Yes. Okay. Then the prosecutor says, Mr. LeBlanc put the citizens of the city in great danger from not socially distancing himself. That we must send a message that in the future, if we have a disease like this, this will not be tolerated. 3 months, 6 months in jail. If you're rich, you could appeal it under Charter of Rights and anything. But if you're poor, there's no lawyer. Higgs will make sure that there's no lawyer to represent them. Oh, they'll say there's duty counsel. Duty counsel is nothing. They just force you to plead guilty and beg after mercy of the courts. So Blaine Higgs has a lot of explaining to do to me, to the public. What made him change into such an evil person during a crisis? And I might add, I sent my disappointment with David Kuhn, to David Kuhn, and Chris Austin, the same thing. They're in the cabinet now. So are they agreeing that the poor and the working poor that get a fine of $1,000, good for them? So those leaders, I'm very disappointed. And like I said, during a crisis, the true personality comes out. Is this Blaine Higgs' true personality? Stay tuned.